Hi, I'm Whitney and welcome to the SideChef Studio Kitchen. Today we're going to be combining two things that I love deeply, pizza and spinach and artichoke dip together. This is a great recipe if you're gluten-free, into low-carb baking, or you just want to get more vegetables into your kids' diet. The first thing that we're going to do is to preheat our oven to 425 Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. First things first, we're going to get our pizza dough going. So today we're going to be doing a low-carb pumpkin pizza crust. Grab our almond flour, shredded mozzarella, and we have baking powder and salt. And for our wet ingredients, we also have pumpkin puree and 2 fresh eggs. And now we're just going to blitz everything together. How you know that your pizza crust is done is when the orange from the pumpkin puree and the eggs makes this beautiful dough that we see here. Now we're going to turn out our dough onto a piece of parchment paper. So don't worry if your dough is looking a little bit sticky, that's okay. That's why we're using 2 pieces of parchment paper so that we can roll it out without any mess on the kitchen counter. I'm going to turn out 3/4 of my dough onto this parchment paper and then I'll save the rest to do the edge around the pizza. So we don't have to worry about being too neat here. Just gonna go around and so the thing about using almond flour instead of regular gluten-based flour is that the dough will be a little bit more delicate. So that is also why I'm giving this pizza an edge. Giving your pumpkin crust pizza its own edge like this also means that you can put more cheese filling inside. So the holy trinity of ingredients for any kind of keto or low carb baking for me is almond flour, mozzarella, and eggs. If you have these 3 things, you're gonna have a really nice, moist, pliable dough that you can work with to make just about any type of dough. I'm gonna give it a light brush of oil. I'm just gonna put it into the oven for 10 minutes so that we can par bake the surface. Now we're gonna be making our spinach and artichoke pizza filling. Grated Parmesan cheese, shredded mozzarella cheese, and we also have Artichoke Hearts here. Next we have cream cheese, and we also have mayonnaise and sour cream. All right, so our mixture started to come together. I like the texture of ricotta, so I didn't want to blitz it up too much. Adding it in last just helps to retain a little bit more of that texture. And we also have 4 cloves of fresh garlic, and we also have spinach. Because we've got a lot of ingredients here, feel free to blitz it off in batches and keep adding everything back in once everything becomes combined. Before this goes into the oven, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a taste so that I can see how much seasoning we need to add. For me, this mixture just needs a few generous pinches of black pepper and a tiny little bit of salt. After you've adjusted for seasoning, just give it a few more pulses and then we're ready to pour it into our pizza crust. My pizza crust has par baked in the oven for 10 minutes. We're just gonna add our spinach and artichoke filling directly into the crust. Now, this might not be the prettiest pizza that you've ever made at home, but I promise that it's gonna taste delicious. And besides, it's what's on the inside that counts. Now we're gonna bake off our pizza for 15 minutes in the oven or until it's golden brown. Don't worry if your filling spills out a little bit over the edges, you'll still have a beautiful crispy crust underneath. And there you have it. This is familiar comfort food packed with cheesy goodness and vegetables. I hope that this recipe inspires you to think outside of the box and use some unexpected ingredients to bring your favorite comfort food to life. Remember, making healthy, positive changes in your diet doesn't have to be this huge, overwhelming, drastic change. It can start from something really small, just like this. Enjoy, happy cooking.